Hello everyone! We are live again at the Ark Survival Guide, and we've got another live stream to do a bit of base building with you guys again. I am so happy I was actually able to do this today. So, yeah, if you're just joining us, please let me know in the comments. I'm trying some different settings, and actually one of the first settings is you now have to be a channel subscriber in order to actually chat. So if you guys are not subscribed to this channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button, and then you'll be able to comment and chat with me live. I'm also trying another new setting which should make it a lot easier for me to keep up with you guys. You should be able to chat with me, and I'll be able to see your comments way faster this time. So please let me know in the comments how this is coming through. Is the audio good? Can you hear me well? Is the video a decent quality, or does it need to go back to the setting that gives you higher quality video but takes about a minute for me to see your responses? I'm gonna go check real quick, see how this is looking on your end, and let me know in the comments. Hey, Silver, good to see you. Are you able to hear and see things well? Nice. Welcome. Glad to have you here. So I am setting up my preview here, and just give me 1 second. Yeah, okay, I think
showing
this is
up on
actually
the
working. Just going to get through the ad here real quick. Okay, everything looks good to you. Awesome. Glad to have you guys all here. Oh, that's so great. Okay, well, give me 1 second here. I'm just going to adjust a couple more settings so I can keep up with you guys. This is great. It looks like everything's coming through, and the new settings seem to be working, and I think I can actually hear you guys and see your comments way faster now, which is great. So, yeah, awesome. Okay, looks like we're picking up the right microphone. Everything seems to be working, and wow, that is so much better on the latency on the video. So this is coming through in like 30 seconds instead of a whole minute before I see what happens. So let me know in the comments, you guys. Are you liking this? I can actually read you guys faster, which is going to be helpful. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe, and it will let you actually chat with us here and enjoy the stream. So this will be a somewhat shorter stream today. I don't have as much time, but I do want to get some progress on this base. As you can see here, when I get a little bit closer, we're breeding Rexes. Yeah, there's Rexes in there, and we're running out of space. So we need a bigger base. I know this base is somewhat big, right? But it needs to be bigger because the Rexes don't quite fit inside the breeding area. It needs to be like 2 stories higher, which means we're gonna have to raise the entire roof here. But thanks to Captain Fat Dog and his genius idea, which he'll be sharing sometime soon, Cap helped me get a lot more materials so we can build in more glass. And I'm actually really excited about that because it's going to look cool. But we've got some work to do. So I'm going to be chatting with you guys while we build. And yeah, we're just going to hang out for a little while. Hopefully I can play for at least half an hour, maybe an hour if we're lucky, but we'll have to see how that goes. Oh, man. Yeah, that's awesome. So you've just installed Dino Storage mod, which is such a great mod. I love it. We're actually using it here on the server, and it's a lot of why my entire base isn't completely overrun, just part of it. You can see here we're raising baby Rexes, and they're having a little bit of trouble because their heads are already bumping against the ceiling as they're growing up, and they're doing some crazy stuff. So, you know, we want to help our Rexes be able to just chill. Yeah. So one of the things is when you raise Rexes, you can get experience really fast. And I'm also working on combining stats so that, you know, we can use them. So, oh, nice. You got YouTube on the tablet. That's awesome. Yeah, we're kind of prepping for bosses a little bit. You'll have to keep an eye out for that kind of stuff in the near future. But as you can see, we're doing some Rex breeding. Yeah. I'm doing great, Cinder. How are you? By the way, if you're new to the chat, if you're just joining us, if you want to chat with everybody else, you're going to have to subscribe to the channel. It's a new setting which will allow you to chat if you're subscribed, and it should actually make moderating things a lot easier. So I'm going to go ahead and start picking up ceilings, and we'll see how this goes. So I've got a kind of weird setup. Some of the ceiling is actually supported by the glass corridor in the middle here. We've got this pillar that goes all the way through the middle of the base, and that's actually supporting some of the ceiling. So right here is where it's supported by the wall. I'm gonna pick up some of this, and then over there is where it's supported by the ceiling, and we're gonna leave that in place. So if you guys ever played that game called Jenga, where you're basically, you got a tower, you're picking up little wooden blocks, and you lose when they all fall over. That's basically what I'm going to be doing with my base today. So at some point the entire ceiling might collapse, but that's okay if it does. We'll work with it. And I'm going to drop off a couple items here so I can keep track of them, because we're going to be picking up a lot of bits of the ceiling, and I'm going to go ahead and add some walls. The breeding area needs to be about 2 stories higher, which means I need to add quite a few glass walls. And thankfully, we've got the central staircase working pretty well. I was trying to figure out if I should put railings up, but now we've got Rexes that are like kind of working as railings, so that's okay. So I'm going to start by actually removing some of these triangle ceilings. And the reason I'm doing this is there's actually 2 snap points going on right here. So if I try to put down this thing right here after I've removed the ceiling, there's no other places it can snap right there. It's definitely going to be supported by this wall, which is all the way down to the ground. That's what I want. If I don't pick up the ceiling, there's actually 2 snap points. One of them is going to snap to the ceiling, and one snaps to the wall. So if I snap the walls to the ceilings and then pick up the ceilings later to make the ceiling higher, then it could actually cause the entire floor to come crashing down. So I don't want that. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that there's no chance that'll happen by picking up some of these ceilings. And, we may have some of these crash on us. We may fall through the floor. It'll be fun. We'll, it'll be a learning experience for everybody. But, yeah. Hey, welcome Sir Steamboat and Ace Ventura. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's good to see you guys. I'm always really enjoy being able to catch up with you all on live stream and chat with you. Oh, you're updating Ark on Switch. That's awesome. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I sometimes feel real bad about my old Arc Switch videos because they're just so much lower quality than the recent ones. I made them years ago before I really knew how to do YouTube, and they just didn't quite have it together with them. I was actually using my phone to record the audio, so it just really didn't come through very well. It was pretty messy. But the biggest point of having those Switch guides was to help people, and they're still helpful, even though it's a little bit messy audio. Ooh, here we go. All right, there goes our first happy little accident, right? So we lost like 2 ceilings. We need somebody to keep like a kill count for ceilings here. How many ceilings am I gonna lose during this process? So that was our first, minus point number 1 for our Jenga game, but we'll keep going. It's okay. It's actually really hard to tell sometimes what is supporting what. Like you can see that one did not fall, but the other ones did. I'm probably going to have to build makeshift stairs as we go around too, because I'm going to need to support everything. Oh, let me ask you guys in chat. Okay, so this is going to be 6 stories high, and then I'm going to cap that floor there. But then I'm going to build a glass dome on top of that. So Do you guys think we should have part of the ceiling that separates it? Basically, this thing I'm standing on is made out of stone, right? We could technically build that out of glass if we wanted to, but it would use a lot of crystal. So let me know in chat if you guys think it would be oh, here we go again. All right, we lost another 2 pieces. Yeah, it's I guess I can kind of see where the support was going with that. So let me know in chat if you guys would prefer to have more of the floor be glass, or if you want all of it to be stone. I'm thinking maybe we'll go stone at the top, but let me know what you guys think. I wanna kind of get some feedback. Hey, welcome Cinder, welcome Lisa, welcome B Lily. Good to see you guys. Yeah. Yeah, the pattern of this base does make it very difficult to build. We're working on it. But there's we're working with it. We're gonna make it real interesting, and it's gonna be cool in the end. That's one of the main goals here. I guess I could continue this staircase going up, but it's gonna mean dismantling my garden, and I do want to keep that for a little while. I probably just need to add some stairs up here, so we'll pick up some more pieces of the ceiling and see how we do. All right, we got a vote for a mix of both. Vote for glass. So yeah, we could do. What if we do the outer edge is made out of glass? So like one panel. So when you're standing on the edge, you can look up and see the sky, but the center here will be made out of stone. We could do that. We could do the entire thing out of glass, but I do want a garden. Like, I want to expand the garden. So, we'll see what we can do. All those Rexes are scary, huh? Just poking their heads right through. We're definitely going to be using a lot of greenhouse glass any way you look at it, though. That's for sure. And I'm going to need to build some makeshift stairs. So I think I'll start that. This is going to be just so we can reach this. So we'll do that, and then I'll make some stairs just so we can get up here. Oh, I think I've got stairs unlocked. I don't. Well, all right, we'll do that, yeah. We finally have enough engram points to do a lot of stuff we were not able to do before, so, we can actually unlock some stuff. Yeah, a lot of people are voting for glass on this floor, so we'll do that. We'll work with it, and we'll use a little extra materials, but it'll be worth it. Okay, so we're gonna do that. We'll just do this. We're just gonna make this real janky for now. Actually, let's make it so I don't necessarily fall all the way to the ground. That'll be helpful. By the way, you guys, let me know in the comments if you like these building streams. I've been having a lot of fun doing them, and it seems like a lot of people are actually enjoying them, which is great. But I always like to hear what you guys think, and I like to, give you the content you want, so that's something I always try to check with you guys. All right, this is not going to stay this way. This is a really messed up stair system, but whatever. All right, so we can start building out that way once we've picked up some more of this. And I'll go ahead and grab some more glass so we can do this. All right, and I'm going to just start some ceilings so we can get a feel for how this looks before we get too far into it. So one of the things about this build is it alternates between squares and triangles in order to keep everything straight. So I'm going to go and grab some triangle foundations, and you know what? Let's at least make it easy and quick to get out of here. I'm going to go ahead and pick this up if I can. Hopefully we're not having... oh, yeah, we are having server lag issues. Great, okay. There we go. That's better. Okay, we got that. I think I'm going to go ahead and pick this one up too. That way we can just kind of walk in and out without tripping over the flowers there. Okay, great. And we'll go ahead and make some triangle ceilings. And we'll see how this looks as we go. Hey, welcome. Glad you guys could join us. Yeah, I think the mix will work very well with the existing base. Okay, time to unlock some greenhouse stuff. So, if you guys have never played with Structures Plus, there's some really cool stuff you can do with, wow, that's a lot of engram points. Whew, pricey. Might have to do a mind wipe later, but we'll go with it for now, so. Alright, so we're gonna make a bunch of triangle ceilings. Let's see. Let's just make like 20 for now. I should hopefully have enough materials now to make quite a big base. And we'll get 20 of these going next too. And that'll just give us something to get started with. So I mostly want to get a feel for this before we commit too far into it. And we'll just kind of see how it develops. So grab a few of these. We'll get this going. We'll just get a feel for it. That's a good bit of base building for me. Is this Rex kicking me around? I think it is. Okay. Yeah, when you're raising Rexes, you know, in the middle of a building like this, it just gets really wonky. Like, the physics get kind of messed up, but that's okay. All right, so here we are building with triangles. Gonna get that snapped over here. And hopefully won't fall to our death. It's always good when you don't fall to your death, right? All right, so these are gonna give us a view to the sky from inside. And it should actually look pretty good when we're done. We'll keep working with this. I'm going to go ahead and use up these that I've got in my inventory right now. And let's see if we can do this without not... Every time! Okay. So it seems like the squares are actually what's holding this up, which is weird. But when I pulled the square instead of the triangle, that's what actually knocked it over. Go figure, right? All right. Here we go. Oh, thanks. I'm glad you guys enjoy this. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I really... Oh, okay. Well, at least we didn't lose anything that time. I just fell a little bit, which is fine. So you guys can see I've got Therizinosaurus and Rex's breeding. I'm actually working on the episode right now for when I tamed these Rexes, and I will actually be able to show you guys that pretty soon, I think. I think I'll actually finish that episode maybe tomorrow, and I'll go ahead and post that. So you guys can see where we actually got these Rexes, because that'll be fun, right? Okay, so we got that. I'll use up a couple more of these glass things, and then we'll start building the floor above, and we'll be able to actually get a pretty good feel for it, I think, at that point. Here we go. Always real sketch building like this, because it's real easy to fall to my death, and it's a long way down already. I don't know exactly how many floors this is, but it's quite a bit. Arc building is therapeutic. You know, it is for me too. I really enjoy, after a long busy day at work, just chilling and building a little bit, you know? And it's way more fun with friends, so I definitely appreciate that you guys are all here. Yeah, we got lots of votes for the mix, so we'll go for it. Thanks, that's awesome. Yeah, you know, I was kind of hoping you guys would enjoy, like, kind of seeing this base evolve as we go. Like, I like to build bases in kind of a modular way, so I build a little bit here, you know, as the base expands, as I need a bigger base, you know, like having Rexes sticking through the ceiling and all that stuff. That's a good reason to expand. You know, like when you have kids, you gotta get a bigger house so the kids can fit, and that's kind of what we're doing. It's just tyrannosaurs, you know, instead of children. So let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and grab these and see if I can carry all of this. Hey, I can. All right. So we're going to start actually expanding the ceiling, and we'll start to see how this shapes up. Here's hoping, right? Haha, welcome, vegan. Glad you could join us. By the way, if anyone's joining us recently, there's a new setting where you have to actually subscribe to the channel in order to chat. Helps me with moderation, and you know, you guys should go ahead and subscribe. It's great. It's an awesome channel to subscribe to. No, but really, it's actually not very likely that you'll get notified with my new videos that come out unless you do subscribe. So it's real helpful for everybody that way. All right, I'm gonna try something. Bonsai! All right, let's stick that there. All right. That's cool. So, let's see if I die trying to pick up the ceiling. This is gonna be interesting. Okay. We're gonna try to snap that there. And let's see if we can get this without falling to our death. Hey, it worked. All right. But I don't like how this is looking. Okay, so these seem to be snapped correctly. You see how there's like multiple snap points? It's really tough to get everything snapped correctly. Like you see that? There's a couple spots where things are snapped. It's really hard to tell which is which. And what I'm trying to do here is, you know, just Mario hop and not actually die. All right, cool. What I'm trying to do is make sure everything stays stuck to the wall and it's not snapping to the other ceilings. Yeah, that's what I want right there. Okay. Gotta be real careful with those first ones because what can end up happening is you've got like one ceiling that's holding up the entire section if you're not careful. And it's very hard to tell the difference, but you can see one of them just sticks out just a tiny bit, and that's because it's snapped to this triangle ceiling. And if you get too many of them that get like that, you know, you go too far with it, you can end up with a complete disaster because you pull one pin and everything collapses, and that can be a problem. All right, I'm just going to try to make sure these are all correct before we keep going with this because we don't want everything hanging on the wrong foundations. I think I see what happened. I think everything started hanging off of that one triangle in the very end, which is why I usually try to snap things to the walls and then fill in the gaps in the middle. Okay, I think we've almost got this. The joys of arc building, right? There we go. Okay, that looks right, and I think we're actually on to something now. So now I can go a little further here. We're snapping to the squares, and then we're snapping to the triangles. And then we're going to do this, where it can only snap to the triangle, and then try to make sure this is the correct snap point here. By the way, if you don't know this, it's the Q key on the keyboard that changes the snap points. And yeah, you can see that's just barely sticking out, but that's going to drive me crazy later because it'll just keep getting worse. And I think that's probably correct, hopefully. Okay, cool. So we've got a little bit of the roof going. We can see a bit of what's going on. So we're going to hop on down and check it out. Oh yeah, I like that quite a bit, you guys. So we'll have a garden in the middle section, right? And then you'll be able to stand on the end and just look up to the sky all the way. So you can stand on the side, appreciate the view of the T-Rex head, you know, take in the waterfall and all that stuff, and actually see up to the sky here. That's pretty cool. I like that. You can see the poop that I accidentally left there. We'll just pretend that didn't happen. So yeah, I don't have a toilet. Can't really blame me. What can I do? Oh, thanks. Yeah. So I've actually heard it's a really good way to do this is to do the subscriber only chat. That's what we've got set right now, and it seems to be working great. Like I don't think anybody's having any problems with it, but it's definitely helping because we don't get as many bots. So yeah. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, if you like the subscriber-only chat better. But it's definitely working better for me because I'm not having to stop what I'm doing to deal with any bots or anything like that. So if you're new to the stream, if you just joined us, we have a new setting which makes it so you can only chat if you're actually subscribed to this channel, which is great. Makes it easier for me anyway. So, all right, we're going to do some weird stuff with the stairs. Actually, let's just do this here. Yeah, okay, so we got that. I'm gonna go ahead and grab one more ceiling. And then we'll get rid of some of this weird stuff. That'll let us access the roof, and then we can keep building. Yep, totally structurally sound. This is exactly how engineering works, right? We'll just, everything just kind of floats like that, and we're good. Yeah. All right, so time to do some Mario hops. Try not to die here. All right. Whee! Haha, we survived. Okay. So we're going to pick up the junk floating here that we've been using for stairs. Oh, so close. All right. Now this one's going to be the tough one. I might have to build my way over here. So usually we use Structures Plus, which has a Structures Plus gun. And the gun lets you, the structure gun lets you, oh, great. I was afraid I was going to go over the ceiling and fall to my death. So yeah, you know, my building streams turned out, they're actually pretty dangerous. I definitely ended up getting raided by Rascal Arc on the stream before this one. 2 streams ago? I don't know. And it was quite interesting. We definitely died during the building stream. Hey, welcome Just Me. Glad you're here. Yeah. This is definitely going to be a good stream for watching on the way to bed because it's a very chill building stream. And oh my gosh, this is... Unless I lose my mind and go crazy because none of these snap points are snapping to what I think they are. That's so much better. Okay, great. Everything's good. So yeah, arc building can be kind of frustrating sometimes because there's a lot of snap points where things can get kind of crazy, but I think this is actually snapping nicely now. Great, okay. And we'll continue this on this way. And by the time we're done, I'm actually going to have at least part of my base where, oh, this is weird. So, all right, there we go. I think one of my screens went to sleep because I lost chat for a second. There we go. Yeah. Sometimes changing the layers like this can make a domino reaction and you can lose everything. So I've got to be real careful building like this. It's the wrong thing again. Okay, great. We're gonna have some other interesting stuff because I'm gonna be. Oh, you know. Yeah, I should actually really be continuing this wall higher before I fill in the floor, shouldn't I? All right, we're going to do some of that in a minute. Yeah, okay. So I'll go ahead and get at least one wall down and before I keep going too far around, because that way I can make sure everything's snapped in the correct position. The good news is with the walls, I should be able to get one of them in the right spot and then see where the rest are going. Okay, let's see here. Can I move? Yes, I can still jump. That's great. So I put some points into weight so I can actually move around with all of the building materials because before we leveled up, I'm actually level 80 now, but before we leveled up, I was not able to hold very much, and that was definitely putting a damper on my building. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're going to snap this here. And I'll go ahead and eat so I don't die from starvation. That's another way you can die on a stream. All right. So I'm going to put that there, and then we'll see if we can get this to line up correctly. Yeah, so there's an upper point and a lower point, and it never wants to go on the one you think it's on. So this is why I usually try to do this before. But hey, you know, it's good advice that I'll take next time. Here we go. Okay, this is working. And we're dehydrated now. Great. My character is just all kinds of complaining right now. So, Dread actually came over here. He let me borrow some of his Rexes so I could breed the stats together and get some really epic Rexes, which is what these babies came from. So they got the cool colors that I tamed and the good stats that he tamed. And he also made me some of these water containers so I can catch rainwater. And I didn't have to have like a mile of plumbing to get up here because it would take like a mile of pipes to get down to the beach from this place. I was not looking forward to spending a whole stream just building pipes, you know. And as you guys know, if you've watched the Monarchy quite a bit, my plumbing skills leave a bit to be desired. Like, I accidentally made a toilet of doom last time I tried to plumb. So, you know, I try not to do too much plumbing these days. Oh, hey, thanks. You're from Washington State. That's awesome. It is beautiful out there. Isn't it like the only technically rainforest in the US? Like, I love rainforests. They're so cool. Okay, does this look right? It looks like it's a little bit lower than the other spot. That's gonna bother me, but let's see here. All right, how are we looking? That does look like it's lined up with this one. I know I could build so much faster if I would just not worry about the snap points lining up, but then you end up with these big gaps and it gets really sad. All right, let's see here. This is definitely weird. So normally my computer does not do this, but it keeps closing chat on me, which is very strange. Oh, you like the blue Rexes? Awesome, thanks. Yeah, you're not great at plumbing in real life and in the game. I totally get that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm apparently decent at fixing plumbing, but making new plumbing, I make toilets that trap people, so. Not in real life, though. At least in real life, I've never done that. Wow, that was a big jump right there. Did you see that? Okay, that's looking better. All right, so this floor is actually coming along pretty nicely. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm gonna go zoom out for a second and we'll see how this is looking. I'll go ahead and place the pieces that I've got. There's always a lot more triangles than squares on these kind of builds, at least for this section. Okay, so we've got the walls going up higher. I'm gonna start tapering those off and turning them into a dome pretty soon. Yeah, I guess this is actually making pretty fast progress. But now we're going to be able to look up and just see some really nice glass on the edges, which I definitely like that. That's pretty cool. We'll have to build the central staircase up a little bit higher too. Gotta be honest, guys, I think I'm going to run out of time in the next 15-20 minutes. So just to give you guys the heads up, but at least we're making some progress. You can see where this is coming along, and we'll have some space where we can park the Rexes where they won't have their heads sticking through the ceiling. So at least that'll make them happy, you know? Okay, so we're actually running pretty low on ceilings again, so we'll get some more triangles going. Let's make like 30 of each. I think we've got enough materials. Maybe 20 of these. And do like another 20 of these. Okay. So it says we've got enough for like 60, which means we are going to run out. We'll see how this goes. But we'll get as much as we can while we're here. Yes, if you have not seen my Toilet of Doom, you should check that out. It's in one of our Season 1 Monarchy videos. It's called The Toilet of Doom, and I definitely had a lot of fun with that. Oh no, I'm sorry, Cap. The emojis are crazy on YouTube chat. They'll just replace the chat with an emoji. You wrote a whole message and then it turned into an emoji. Oh. Everybody, please say hi to Captain Fat Dog, the building and trapping legend of Ark. Cap actually is the reason that I've got enough materials to build so much today, because he just showed me a crazy trick which he's going to reveal on his channel. So if you're not subscribed to Captain Fat Dog, definitely subscribe to him and ring that bell for all notifications, because his newest trick you're going to want to see. It's pretty awesome. Like, yeah, I am not overhyping that. All right, we'll see if we can get this wrapped around the corner at least a little bit. Cap might also have some good building advice for me too. So we'll see how this goes. Okay, so that does seem to be snapping pretty well. This is the jankiest staircase ever, but it works. We'll just go with it. Okay, time to get some more stuff. Oh, let me know in the comments if you guys can hear my cat in the background. It's getting close to when I usually feed the cats. And their internal clock is amazingly accurate, except it's an hour early exactly every time. They're almost always exactly an hour before they're actually going to get fed that they start whining and complaining and begging for food. So, all right, let's make 20 more of these and get that going. We'll take a couple more of these up. All right, here we go. Yeah, Sir Steamboat. You can look forward to that. Hey, that's awesome. You get a personalized Thyla from Cap. That's awesome. I tell ya, this is kind of crazy. I have been meaning to tame a Thyla for such a long time. I have never actually tamed one on a video before. I have tamed them before, just not on a video. I don't know how that happened. It was just one of those things, you know, like you get that better tame, and I just never ended up using one really. Your cats start begging for food an hour early too. Well, that's good. That means it's not just me, right? Yeah, cats are pretty crazy. They're fun, but they're pretty crazy. All right, that seems to be doing okay. Let's see if this can snap in the correct position. Looks good. All right. I'm going to see if some of these walls and ceilings are done. So do you guys want to extend the central pillar here a little higher first? Or it's going to get weird with the plumbing system, but we could do that. Sometimes I just keep going around in the circle because I forget to stop at the right spot. It happens. Here we go. And we're encumbered. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, the trouble is I'm picking up more weight as we go. I can't remember if we can unlock elevators yet, but that seems like that would be helpful, right? When am I going to raid Captain Fat Dog? That's a great question. I've still not entirely decided if I'm going to raid anybody. Maybe I should. Like I like dueling people. I like challenging them to duel certain dinos, but I like to make it fair. I like to coordinate beforehand so everybody knows they're going to be fighting, and I find that's a lot more fun for everybody. At least I think so. But yeah, Cap, we should have a dino duel sometime. It'd be fun. We'll have to come up with some ridiculous dinos though, like maybe sheep jousting or something. I don't know. I'm sure we can come up with something ridiculous. Hey, welcome, Rocker. Good to see ya. Yeah, so if anyone is just joining us, we have a new setting where you've got to subscribe to the channel before you can chat. And so if you're not able to chat, just go ahead and subscribe and you'll be able to chat with everybody else. Swim across the whole island. Nice. Well, thanks for joining us, Cap. It was good to see you. Yeah, I might have to ask you some advice on building this later, but for now I'm just going to go with it. We'll see how it goes. I might actually start wrapping this around a little bit for the next floor too. We're going to do some interesting stuff, but that way we can at least kind of give you guys a feel for what I'm going for. I think I'll do that. All right, so we're going to stop here for now. Let's take a quick spin and I'll show you guys how this is looking from the air. By the way, got this awesome Tapehara. I love it. So I actually tamed a couple. We'll have that coming up in an episode soon. And then Cap let me borrow his for breeding. So I'm trying to make this base kind of feel like a lighthouse, and I think it's starting to get a bit more like one. You know, it needs to be a little taller, but we're getting to the point where up here you can see all the way around and we don't have trees obstructing the view at all, which is pretty cool. So we're going to have a real nice view from the top here. I also need to figure out what to do with the front porch because Right now it's pretty lame. I'm at least going to replace these stone things with, you know, greenhouse walls. But, you know, we'll do that another day. I've got to get this tall enough to fit my Rexes first. Oh, yeah, and you can kind of see how, like, the middle here, it's all held up by the center pillars. So there's no structural support from the sides at all on the middle. So we can just remove all of the sides and it'll stay just like that, which is kind of crazy, but it works. A bear slingshot battle. Now that would be fun. That would be a very Captain Fat Dog style, you know? He's all about those slingshots. All right. I think I'm going to go ahead and we'll start increasing the staircase a little bit. I'll use janky stairs for now, but we'll make this actually continue going a little bit higher. And then we'll try to connect this to the part we're working on so we can access it easier. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that because it's getting real difficult to climb in and out of the base right now. So yeah, let's do this. I'll go ahead and pick up some of the floor here. I guess I could pick up some of the ceiling too. We don't really need that. I'll try to keep some of it still intact, but I want to make sure nothing's going to get in the way. So hopefully we'll still have some support, but not too much. We're basically building right through the middle of my garden. You know, this is probably a good way to show you guys how weird this structure is. So at the very bottom of the foundation, there's actually a 12-sided foundation. And I've taken the center pillar all the way up with 12 sides to it. So it goes all the way from here to the very bottom with 12 sides. And the ceiling actually is supported by a different rotation. So it'll be cool when we finish because we can actually do some cool structures this way. I'm trying to grab this without falling into that pit, because if I do, I'll have to build my way out. And the Rexes are not helping. All right, come on. Come on, Rexes, you're making me look bad here. All right, I want to pick up the triangle ceiling and not the metal pipe. But I'm afraid if I pick up much more, I'm going to lose that intersection, which would be okay. Actually, I don't even need that here. I forgot. It was holding up the other stuff, which is no longer here. All right, we'll grab that. And hopefully nothing's going to collapse. All right. Almost there. Uh-oh. I'm about to fall into the pit. All right, here we go. Yeah, all right. I did not get trapped by my own house. That is a win right there. Okay. So now we're going to try not to fall. There we go. And we'll keep going with this. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Oh, yeah. So the ceiling is giving it a snap point that I don't want. All right. So I'm trying to make sure these are all facing the same way so I can make sure they're all snapped to the right spot. And this one is not. Okay. This is kind of tedious, and sorry about that, but, you know, we're making everything to where it's going to look real cool in the end. All right, that should be good here. Trying to make sure this all lines up. All right. And then we'll remove this ceiling and make sure nothing collapses before we continue on with the support because, you know, you want to make sure it's not going to fall over. I think that's where we want it. Yeah, okay. And then I'll catch up on chat when I'm done with this really tedious and difficult part. Okay. Guess we got to go down and grab some more, but that's okay. All right, so we're making some progress here. Can pick up some of this stuff. Oh, I forgot the door. Whatever. All right. I'm not entirely sure what's holding up this pipe at this point. I think it might be that piece of greenhouse. So I'll leave that sitting there until I move this whole thing. But so far, so good. Nothing's collapsed yet, which is great. All right. Trying to make sure that the center pillar is not going to fall apart as soon as I pick up all this stuff. But looks good so far. I'll go ahead and grab this ramp so we don't have that collapse when I pick up the wall. Yeah, these Rexes are getting bigger. I think it's getting even tougher to fit them all in here. All right, can we reach the door without getting punted? There we go, all right. Okay, we're making progress here. And now I need some stairs. I'll try to just continue the staircase, at least enough support. Oh, right, I don't have enough inventory space or weight. So, yep, I guess the pipe is fine with the pickups. You know, it was a little bit scary at first, but it seems like it's okay. So that's the important part, right? Okay, I'm trying to remember exactly how I did this. So we've got triangle, straight, there's a triangle there, and then we do this. Okay. I think that's right. And get one of these set up here. And the stairs. Okay, I think this is right. And I don't have enough weight. Great. Okay, we'll be right back. Nice. We got a lot of Monarch streaming tonight. That's awesome. Yeah, we do need to find some kind of a fun duel. But, you know, with Cap and I, it's got to be something ridiculous and something really funny, you know? Like, that's the criteria for a good Cap and ASG duel. So let us know in the comments if you guys have any other ideas. I'm loving this so far. I've already talked to him about, you know, dueling with sheep, like doing a sheep jousting match. Thought that would be kind of fun. Oh, these are actually really heavy. Okay. All right, we'll get a couple more of these. Kind of looks like the Avenger building. Nice, yeah. Yep, somehow the pipes are fine so far. If you do them right or wrong, however it may, you know, depending on how you look at it, sometimes pipes can actually float, which is cool. Okay, I think I remember what I did wrong here. All right, so that's a triangle landing, and then this part right here is the actual stairs. So I need this there. Yeah, okay, so we're doing that. You know, it's been like a week since I built the rest of the stairs, so I'm having to try and remember how I did all this. Okay, and then we're gonna have stairs down here, and they'll just go right through the garden, because that's great. Okay, and that's what I'm looking for right there. Okay, great. And then we've got the landing. And then we're gonna do a little door frame here. And we can continue the stairs. Yeah, there we go. So how's everybody doing tonight? I've been a little bit focused on what I'm doing here. Oh, and is it too bright, or does it need to be a little bit brighter with what we're working with? Okay, cool. This does seem to be working. I do need to make sure I don't fall through here, but I think we're okay that way. Just gonna avoid the Rexes again. I will say I'm actually rather liking how this design is shaping up. It's pretty fun. Okay, we need more greenhouse walls, like a lot more, so hopefully it's not metal that I'm running low on, because it might be. Metal is the thing that's going to be hardest to get. I do have a lot of it, though. Is it crystal? Maybe it's crystal I'm low on. We are using a lot of crystal. That might be it. Okay, so we're probably going to run out of stuff to build with in the near future anyway, but we'll try to get at least a feel for how this is going to look on the next floor, and we'll keep working on it from there. There we go. Okay, trying once again not to fall into my own contraption. It's the worst when you get trapped by your own build, right? Oh, the Rexes knocked me off. Rexes! This is what we're trying to fix right here. You know, leave it to me to make this ridiculous problem for myself where the Rexes are just like everywhere. So, lesson to be learned, everybody. Make sure you plan ahead before you breed like 50 Rexes, right? Okay, so we've finally gotten up here. And I'm going to build the rest of the landing here. I think I finally remember how this goes. Okay, so that goes here. We can get up this way. Great! All right. And now we need to go one floor higher, or are we good? We're good, okay. And as I pick up the rest of the floor, I'm just gonna build out this way. We'll just do this like super janky right now. This is just a platform for walking on. So, yeah. Okay, here we go. Okay, great. Brightness is good. So I have lit up everything, and everything's lit from the inside of this pillar, which is kind of cool. I like how it works. It is kind of like a lighthouse, but, you know, the base is all wrapped around it. That is a great question, Silver. Will we be getting Structures Plus back? Whee! All right. Lost another floor. That's okay. Do I have like a bunch of stone in my inventory? No. Okay. All right, Rexes, I gotta come through. I gotta get past this. Okay, let's just go. There's like a tiny gap between Rex tails that I can walk through. So, I'm not 100% sure what the future holds, the actual future. But I do really miss Structures Plus. But what do you guys think? Did you guys like seeing us work with Structures Plus more? And did you like the more building options that we had? Or is it more fun watching us with the more primitive stuff? And if you're just joining us, first of all, welcome. And let me know in the comments what you guys think. If you can't comment yet, you just have to subscribe to the channel and then you'll be able to comment. So it's a new setting we're using, and definitely helps with chat moderation, but you just have to subscribe to the channel and then it'll let you comment. And then I can chat with all of you. And how is the quality of the video? Because I've changed the settings a little bit for that too. And it's giving us slightly lower quality video, but it's keeping up with the stream better. So instead of being like a minute before I see any chat that happens, and I'm totally using the wrong bits of ceiling, aren't I? Yup. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Time to go Mario here. Whoop, uh-oh. That was almost bad. Yeah, it's actually not too hard to go a little bit too far and fall off the entire base. Great, awesome. Glad this is still working well. So how's everybody doing this week? It's I'm actually trying to make this a weekly thing to stream on Wednesday evenings because they do seem to work for me sometimes, which is great. I've been really enjoying doing this. Okay, this seems to be working this way. We'll add a couple more here. And then I think we'll start working on the next floor. And we'll see how far I can get, because I am getting low on time. Let's see, do I have any more triangles? Alright, we're almost here with our really janky walkway. We'll just do this. This This is so messed up. But at least I can see now that the ceilings are on the same level, so they're not like totally all over the place. And I'll try real hard not to fall into the pit in the middle, because that'll be sad. I will say though, this staircase makes it real fast to run all the way up from the very bottom. Oh man, you're playing on another server where they don't do much building. Well, do you like watching us build on the Monarchy? Because we've got a lot of really good builders here and a lot of people who really enjoy doing cool builds. And, you know, I'm definitely enjoying that a lot myself. All right, let's try something. This is actually very challenging to do these. We're gonna try it. Let's see, I also need some of these. Okay. So we'll do a little bit more with what we've got already crafted, and by the time we get back, we'll have some of the sloped ceilings. This is the part where it gets really difficult. If it hasn't been hard already, it's going to be very difficult with this next bit. So we're gonna start sloping the ceilings, and sloped ceilings are really difficult to work with. So this is gonna be interesting, but we're gonna try it. Here we go. Once again, playing Jenga, hoping I don't collapse much of my base as I'm building this part. Here we go. And we'll keep going up this way. So I'm thinking on the top floor, which is going to be the big greenhouse, we'll make this thing like 2 stories high. So you'll still be able to stand out here and appreciate the view. You can look down and see the floor, so you'll be able to stand on the bottom and look up. But I want the ceiling to start sloping into a bit of a dome from here. And it's going to be cool if we can make it work, but it's going to be a challenge for sure. Okay, which one is the right snap point? Always the question. I want to say this one. Does that look right? Making sure everything lines up. Yeah, that's good. Okay, cool. We'll use up the last of this, and then we're going to start with the slopes. And this will be the part where, you know, we'll see if we start having difficulties. Yeah, we got this. All right. So, I don't know, have you guys ever built with triangle sloped ceilings before? What are they called? Triangle roofs, maybe? Yeah, so the flat ones are called ceilings, and the sloped ones I think are roofs. And these guys are very difficult to get the snap points right, especially the triangle ones. Like, it's quite painful. And in order to build with them, we're going to have to risk falling to our death. So, this will be quite interesting. All right, here we go. Oh, thanks. I'm glad you guys enjoy the building. You know, that's one of my favorite things to do in Ark. So, what are your guys' favorite things to do in Ark? Because there's so much stuff you can do. Like, you know, do you prefer taming or building, or you know, is there something else that you like better? Okay, so this one should be easy. The first ones are usually well, all right. I guess I spoke too soon. The first ones can be relatively easy to get in the right spot. You know what? I'm just gonna go with this because I need a way to get up there. So let's make this. Let's embrace the mistake. We'll use this happy little accident to our advantage if I can make this work. Here we go. Not what I had in mind at all. It's so difficult to build with this stuff, isn't it? Alright, we just end up with stuff just sticking out all over the place. And it's real hard to target, too. Okay. So I've got these stairs. I forgot that was holding up everything. Yup. That happened. Alright, so we've got these stairs, and by that I mean one set of stairs. And I'm gonna see if this... I don't think this is gonna work. I'm gonna just see if it'll snap over here for me. Do we have any structural support we can use? No. Do we have any ceilings? No. Okay, we'll just come back to that. All right, so at least here, you can't snap these sloped greenhouse roofs that way, but if you get it just right, I should be able to snap it up onto this triangle. The trouble is, in order to get that snap point, you usually have to be standing up there. Okay, here's what we can do. We're going to use the sloped roofs as stairs. All right, this is gonna be scary. We're gonna try this. Be nice if I could snap this the other way, though. All right, I think I'm gonna need more walls. Let's just do this for now. I don't really want to make the trip all the way back down just yet. Okay. I realize this is like super riveting footage, you know. I'm sure you're on the edge of your seats. Okay, and then can we get this one to snap the other way? Of course not, because that would be way too easy. All right, let's see if we can get this. I need a way to access the roof. I'm going to probably just have to build out there. But for starters, yeah, that's not going to work. All right, we're going to have to actually build a couple more things. Let's start by picking up this stuff. And we'll just grab the pieces we need from here. That is so smart. Your son has triangle magnets with the same shapes, and you use those for designing your base as an arc. I've actually thought about doing that kind of thing because it would be so helpful, you know, to be able to actually plan what you're doing that way. Okay, let's see if I can just do some stairs going down from here. Yup, that's great. We'll just do that. Okay. And then I'll snap this over here. And we'll have a super janky walkway, which might... Yeah, it doesn't work. Alright, I'm going to have to build an actual set of stairs. We'll do that. We'll get one more set of stairs, and I think this is going to work well enough. By the way, thank you all for bearing with me as I figure out how to build all this stuff. It's always a challenge. Like, I usually get enough ceiling up there and then just land a flyer on top. So, for whatever reason, it's way easier to build on top, but then you're just standing over a bottomless pit. So in order to get the easier snap points that I want, you know, I'm just gonna be hanging over, hoping I don't die. Okay. This is not wanting to snap here either, so we might have to do something else and try a flyer. We'll see if that works. Alright, I'm going to put one more wall over here. When I say the sloped roof is the most difficult, I am not exaggerating. It is definitely a challenge. Alright, thanks for chatting with us. Glad you could join us. Have a great night. Yeah. And welcome, Fantasy. Good to see ya. Alright. So, now we are on a faster Tapehara, which is so fast it's really hard to steer. And we should be able to get this snap point, but it's being very difficult. Alright, I might have to build this more. Which means we're just going to pick up our stairs. We're just going to use the Tapi. Yeah, we'll just work with that for now. Okay. It's never easy when you're building with slopes. Alright, so we're going to try to get this where I want it. It actually... Nope, did not work. Okay. You can put it on the exact snap point you want, and half the time it just snaps completely wrong. Alright, there's that. And then sometimes it randomly does what you want it to, so you just never know. It's so hard to get the exact right snap points. Like, I I went through so much pain building that huge base on the other Monarchy server. I don't know if you guys remember that massive base that I built, but it was a lot of this kind of stuff. It was very tedious. All right, this really should work though. Like before, I had no issues on the other one, so we might have to come back to this. I'll keep working on it. It's just really not wanting to snap in the right spots. Hey, Geek Essence, great to see you. Welcome back. Everybody, please give a big shout out to Geek Essence, a really generous, awesome channel member who has been supporting this channel so much. You know, Geek, if you see any dinos you would like named after you, just let me know, and we will definitely do that. Oh, Cenos would be so helpful right now, right? Sonoma crops are just like the best thing for builders because they just let you float and hover wherever you want to go, and they're so easy to work with. All right, let's do like, oh, you know what? We're almost out of materials too, you guys. So we probably are going to have to wrap up the stream after this next batch of materials is done. And then when I'm offline, I will mess with the ceiling and try to get it to actually work correctly. But I'm pretty happy with how that looks. Like, that's pretty cool. I'm going to be able to have a lot of light coming in through the ceiling, even when there's a dome. And you can kind of get a feel for this right here. It's going to slope inwards and turn into an actual dome on that part of the floor. So this will be pretty cool. We're gonna do some interesting stuff. I want the final spiral staircase in the middle to turn into an actual, like, you know, circular dome using all these different snap points we've got. So yeah, definitely. What is everybody's favorite dinos? Just curious. I have to say, I think the Sonoma Crops is one of my absolute favorite dinos. I love those little guys. They're awesome. You know, I'm just curious if this is going to be, like, ridiculous and actually work. All right. You want to snap correctly? Nope and nope. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to mess around with the support systems. I might need something a little different for the support, but we'll get it working. At least for now, you guys can get a tiny feel for what we're going for and kind of see where this will be. And I've at least got enough space around the edges to uncryo my mature Rexes and have them breeding inside instead of having them have to be like all over the top. Ah, Sonoma Crops and Thyla, yeah. Oh yeah, Shadow Mains are awesome. They are such a cool tame. Like, when I saw those added in the Genesis trailers, I was just like flipping out because they're really awesome looking, aren't they? All right, we'll try to do some more of the floor here, just because that's actually cooperating. Nice, yeah, Therizinosaurs are pretty awesome. We are breeding Theries right now. I'll show you guys real quick. We've got a little group of breeders. We're moving over some stats. We borrowed some stats from Krabby. We're working on one with Kaya to try to get a lot of good stats combined. So we'll have some pretty strong, powerful Theries soon. Check out the shadows here on the floor. It's such an interesting pattern, isn't it? Well, we'll hope that the top of this ends up shaping up nicely. We're finally getting to the point where we can work on the ceiling, and so we'll have to see how that goes. I might have to try some different ideas. We'll see. So, any other favorite dinos from you guys? I still think one of my absolute favorite dinos is the Quetzal, just because you can build an entire house on its back and fly, which is so cool. There's so many fun things you can do with platform dinos, so I always really enjoy that. All right, so we are just about out of ceilings. And we're just about out of materials too. So I will be gathering quite a bit more stuff so that we can build more. But I think after we run back downstairs and grab the last of this, we're going to be out. So we'll have to continue building this later. I'll see if I can do another live stream soon. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. I mean, I realize right now it looks like a train wreck because it's like a third of the way built. But, you know, maybe you can start to see the shape coming together. You know, this will be another pillar going up. We'll have some cool glass around the floor. And hopefully we can get this thing to curve properly. I'm going to try to make it like 2 stories worth of curve for the ceiling. And then maybe we'll go in and make it go a little higher. So it'll be kind of like the shape of like a cathedral dome or something like that. Oh yeah, the Deinonychus is awesome. It's got the cool bleed, it can jump. It's actually one of the best ways to carry stuff when you're overweight, because it can still jump and move stuff even if you've got it pretty overweight. And they make the best kibble farm if you can get Deinonychus, because you can steal their eggs when they're wild. So if any of you guys saw our first episodes of our Monarchy series, you know, season 1 and season 2, the first things that I did after getting established on Fjordur was I started stealing Deinonychus eggs, stealing the vegetables I needed, and started making extraordinary kibble right off the bat, which is one of the best things about Fjordur. You can get like the best kibble in no time. Oh yeah, Sarcos are actually pretty cool. You know, I never tamed Sarcos until season 1 of Monarchy, but I realized that they're actually pretty great because you can tame them using a trap on land, and then you can use them as water dinos. So you don't have to deal with like taming a dolphin or anything like that, which can be a real challenge. So Sarcos can be pretty great. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Hopefully this is going to come together to a pretty cool dome. We'll see. We might do some interesting stuff with the floor when we get that hooked up, and you know, we'll work with it. It'll be interesting. I'll get a greenhouse garden going. We'll continue this little pillar all the way up, and you know, we'll get a whole lot more crystal so we can make that happen. But for now, it's still coming together. So okay. That's a great idea, Border. I will try that. Yeah, I'll do a little bit experimenting. I might ask Captain Fat Dog for a consultation to see if I can get the slopes to snap correctly. It definitely worked when I was using Structures Plus glass, but it might be a little different for greenhouses. So we'll work with that. We'll let you guys know how that turns out. So hopefully we can do that in the next stream. And I think I'm going to have to wrap up now because I am out of time, but it has been so fun hanging out with all of you. Thank you all so much for being here. And keep an eye out. If any of you guys is not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe, because we'll be doing more live streams. They will probably be a surprise because I don't usually know beforehand how much I can stream. But at least we make some good progress on the base today, and you know, we'll have some more building streams coming up soon. So don't forget to ring that little bell next to the subscribe button and hit all notifications, because otherwise YouTube might not even tell you when our videos and live streams come out, and you want to get those notifications to get that. Yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. It's been really fun hanging out with all of you. Aw, thanks. I really enjoy streaming with you guys. It's really fun to hang out with all of you. And I hope you all have a great night. And I will see you all as soon as we can stream again.